Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Conversations. It's your host, Song.
I'm Ryan.
And Jesse.
And guess what, guys? Today, we have a special guest, someone close to me, a cousin of mine from Virginia, hails from the DMV, is part of the Alexandria Fairfax, Alexandria Firefighter, and also he's the first Asian contestant on Tough as Nails Season 1. My cousin Youngjin, welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to the pod. I know we had a really great, you were actually in LA. We had a big family thing because my sister's wedding. Yeah. And I'm glad that you were able to come out, spare us a Thursday night to come film with us. So yeah, man, welcome to the pod. And how you like LA so far?
It's cool.
Have you been here before?
Many times.
Okay.
At one point, I wanted to move out here, but so my girlfriend, she's originally from OC, and the more and more I visit OC, I'm actually really liking OC area.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good place to start a family.
What do you like about OC?
Less traffic.
Oh yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
Less traffic.
But at the end of the day, now that I'm older, I love Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Alexandria, is that one of the bigger? I know Alexandria, but is it like? Actually, I know nothing about Virginia.
I was like, wow, that's amazing.
No, straight up, no, not. But like is it? Are you in like suburban or is it more metro? Like
So, Alexandria is big. So where I work is the city of Alexandria, which is really small, but Alexandria is part of also Fairfax County, but it's very diverse, and that's the one thing I love about Virginia. The more and more I travel to different places, like Virginia is everybody.
What's the demographic? What's the main demographic you think?
Everybody.
And
that's what I grew up with. So like even in LA, like you have everybody, but it feels like everyone's kind of to themselves. Like I come to K-Town, I'm like, damn, it's just Korean people. Like our K-Town in Virginia is like a block. So you still have everyone.
50% of your family, right? Like you're related.
Was 73%.
73%.
Exactly.
That was a pretty interesting number.
No, I mean Youngjin could elaborate on that. Our family is huge.
Mm-hmm.
From Youngjin's mom is like the last 3, and my
you
dad's
said
the
out
last
of 12,
1.
right? Out of 12.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last 3.
Man, we had 12.
We had 12.
Wow.
I thought we had
12
10.
uncles or whatever. 12
That's
uncles
crazy.
Yeah.
Mine's 7, my mom, and then when he said 12, I was like, wow, that's a whole nother. That's wild.
You guys were on your grandparents were on a
They're on a problem, man.
Yeah, because during that time you never know how long they're gonna live, right? So it's just if as many you can bang out, like why not? So, take over Virginia,
But it was good, man, because when we banged them out, I guess pretty much we have all cultures, and Youngjin could elaborate more. We literally have. Our Thanksgivings are like a United Nations. We have every ethnicity or nationality you could think of.
Really?
Yeah.
Every?
Majority of it. Name it.
When you say every, are you just like black, Asian, white? Like
no, we have Greek.
We have Hispanic.
Yeah.
We have black, white,
now
Hispanic,
we have Taiwanese.
Hey, shout out to you guys.
Do you guys have Tongan?
Beautiful mixed babies.
Tongan?
What's a Tongan?
We have Salvadorians.
Okay.
What's a Tongan?
It's like South Asian.
Oh, no, we don't. We need to collect that. We need to get one of those.
Collect that.
It's not Pokemon.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for coming to the show.
Appreciate you having me.
I know. One thing I want to know.
All right.
Because obviously your son's cousin. How is he as a kid?
Great question.
I mean, loud as hell. Love playing. Oh, man. He used to have, he was one of the first people that had a Super Nintendo. Mm-hmm. And he would hate when we would play because I guess we press the buttons too hard. And if we press the buttons too hard, this dude trips out. And I'm like, bro, why does that matter to you? It's just a button. And
it was a Super Nintendo. That's why.
Yeah,
I totally get it. So you were selfish. Okay, so
No. That's all I heard.
Legos too. You couldn't mess with his Legos either. You couldn't mess with his Legos.
My OCD was off the chart. Okay.
Are you an OCD? It doesn't seem like you're an OCD.
Actually, that's true. You don't
I'm
come
pretty sure
off.
it's gonna come off. I mean,
so it's like an organized chaos. Like even in his car one time, he had just all this stuff around it. I literally just moving some CDs around to kind of make it look. He's like, Youngjin, I know where everything is. Don't touch it. I'm like, bro, this shit looks like trash. But
it's organized trash. I've noticed.
Right.
He's like Picasso. It's like it makes sense on how.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then also growing up, I remember we grew up doing a lot of things at the house. You know,
You should
basketball-
elaborate because
no.
my mind went
No,
wild there.
Joey,
but
what?
the one thing that I grew up with that I appreciate is that our families were really close. So his mom and my dad are very close.
Their
So we
brothers
do
and
have they're brothers and sisters. So we used to have a lot of family gatherings, and that's how we got to know each other a lot more.
Question. So in the family of 12, where are your guys' position from numbers?
Like
Oldest.
From the top
like
to the bottom.
Like when it comes to
Yeah.
The hierarchy.
mom and
The hierarchy. So like 1
No,
to
with
12.
your age, you're talking about the kids, right?
No. Just them, their parents.
Oh.
So
Oh.
your
He's
mom
last.
My
is...
dad's the
last
last.
So yeah, your dad's the youngest.
so the
and
last three is my mom, another aunt, and then his dad.
Okay, so you
so
guys are
my
the last
mom
three
was like in the
together.
last three. She was like almost like there was a trio. Like she was like the big sister to them because everyone else was kind of like older.
Yeah.
Everyone
Because I
had
think
their-
the age gap was like what 20 years
Yeah,
from the oldest to the youngest. I think
Yeah.
it was like 20 years.
Wow.
But you guys
So-
are so close in age.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you-
so that's so...
You'd be surprised though, and I'm pretty sure you can elaborate. We have nieces and nephews that are a lot
than you.
older than us.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Of
Oh,
course,
nieces and
'cause of the
nephews are
gap.
older than. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are
And-
like weird. The
But
weird
you
Korean
guys,
family.
you guys still, even with the three parent gap, you guys are the beyond, like closest in age too, together. you
Yes,
two.
Yeah.
I would say we are.
Yeah.
And then another thing, like, we are the closest in age. Because of that, I feel like since the family was so big, it was segmented into different parts, like the last third.
Yeah.
When he said 20 years, put the better pictures is our oldest sister was the same age as my mom and my grandma.
Whose oldest
Your
sister? Your oldest sister?
No, not my oldest sister. No,
Oh, I was
my
like,
great-
wait, you
family
have an
12.
older sister?
No. For the family 12, that's what it was, right?
Right.
And then and then we just learned to adopt, and I felt like one of the things at Virginia before I moved here.
He said learn to adopt.
Adopt.
It's adapt.
Adapt.
Sorry.
Sunglish word.
We all got to drink every time.
Yeah,
we
every
go.
drink.
Cheers to that.
Oh my god, I couldn't
Whether
let
you
it go.
messed up, I love
I
it.
couldn't. He literally said adopt.
It's okay, guys.
I might got to bring the
If we
bottle
do
in
that,
here.
if we don't let every single one go, we'll be here for the rest of the night. So,
Sorry.
okay.
But it's good that I lost my train of thought for a second.
You said you were learning to adopt.
Yes, we
um,
No, but what I'm
Yeah,
saying is like we learn to adopt, adapt to. Okay,
can't.
guys, you guys, come.
I
We
can't.
learn to adapt, and with that, I believe that even with the age group, like if you see the top third of my parents' family, like the top three,
Mhm.
like you could see that the relationship isn't as close as how he and I are.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for
Like
sure.
when we grew up, we grew up doing everything, like going evolve. I saw him evolve from like a fat chunky kid. He lost
I was
weight.
always fouls. Little,
Thick.
big, and then now I'm like, well, I'm thick now because my girl be cooking all this food. And like she
That's
cooks,
normal.
she
Don't-
cooks a
Don't
lot
get
of
don't
it.
get sensitive,
Yeah.
man. You're way better than all of us. Right now. He's like trying to like you're like
It's a facade. This is fake. Oh,
No,
Yeah.
but he had to go work
it's
at
a
a
charade.
gym.
You
Yeah.
mean.
It's a
It's a
charade.
charade.
It's a
It's a charade.
It's a charade.
Oh, it's a shebang.
And then I remember when we grew up, like he grew up a big basketball.
Yeah.
I will say I try to always get him to play basketball because he was so tall
And
he
fat.
Just, I just always thought like everyone was coordinated, but like I thought everyone was coordinated because I'm like if
He's
I
that
can do it,
bad?
like everyone else
I've never
can do
seen
it.
play ball.
And man,
He doesn't look like the most
It's,
coordinated person.
Really?
We used to have this place like late at night off of Braddock Road. But anyways, like we went to go play, and I was like, maybe stick to playing your Super Nintendo.
He's like button mash. Don't go on the
Damn,
court.
like-
Yeah, you have good hand-eye coordination, but
We
not
have the best
hand foot
no,
or
we
eye
don't.
foot or any of that.
And then growing up, you grew up in one of the most populated Asian schools, Annandale High School.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How was that? How was that
Yeah.
like growing up in?
So I mean, I don't know how it is nowadays.
wait,
but-
hold on. When you say most populated, it's not like 50 of you guys at that school, right?
No, it's like
where
a ton of us.
Okay.
It's actually it's really funny because we had like when the leads get called up on graduation, we had one of my friends. His last name was Lee, but he went Korean. So it was like you see all these leads come up and he comes
Oh,
anyway.
he was a white lead. Like,
It was a black lead, but
black lead.
yeah,
So
it's
you
weird
didn't face
because
any racism in high school then, huh?
oh
You
for
guys
sure
were-
we did.
If you guys
Well,
promi-
so there's always race. I mean, like people always want to make fun of the Asian kid, but even not even that stuff. Like that's everyone knows that story. Because I mean, isn't your viewers all Asian? So we know that story. But what the weird thing back in the day was also because the Korean people beefed together. Because you had like your Korean
K-town.
people from Korea, then you had
Yes.
your Americanized Korean people. So we always like, in a sense, in our like in racism kind of thing.
Yeah.
And even growing up too, like, not gonna lie, like well, let's just put it what it is. Like, I was ashamed to be Korean because I was just like, yo, this is weird, you know? Like, none of my friends are like this because, like I said, I grew up in, like, this very multicultural area, and then, you know, anything you did was, like, they make fun of it. But then I go to Annandale, and it's like, man, even church, too, like, you had they call it the Agape group, where they were, like, the Korean-speaking, and we always, like, there was always a beef within the Korean community. And so, like, Annandale High School, same thing. It was just like, man, you know, oh, you guys aren't America, or, you know, why are you guys like that? This is America. And, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, obviously I'm a kid. You know, I grew up, like, trying to be so un-Korean, un-Asian, whatever. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm not in school, so I don't know how it is now, but I feel like hopefully it's a little better. It's different,
Asian kids
you know?
are cool now.
Right. Well, not only cool, but I'm just saying, even the Korean, ones that come from Korea and Americanized one, hopefully it's a little better.
I think there's a easier, there's a bridge now because, especially because Korean culture and Korean pop culture and dramas and stuff are popular.
I feel like we're also, I mean, we're older. We're the parents now to these kids. I don't have any kids, but
no, you're right.
We're the adults that have these kids. So we kind of like, hey man, like, we're the same. Whatever you want to do, we're the same. Also that, kind of like throughout all cultures, even like the Cambodian, so where I grew up, it was we all grew up together, Cambodian, Vietnamese, everybody. Where here, I was like, man, everyone's kind of separate. And it was weird to me. Like, I see that, I was like, yo, why is it like that? One day, maybe that will end where we all kind of like, hey man, we got to look out for each other kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's a lot different here because back at home, we all hang out. All of us hang out.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's over there, it's like you're stronger within numbers, like when you're united. But over here, there's so many that it's just like we don't feel like.
Well, it's also y'all communities out here is like huge. Where
huge,
once again, like we have a block, they have a block, so it's like we're gonna bump into each other, so we're gonna hang out.
Actually, essentially, I think that's doper. Like you grew up.
That's
in
why
that,
I
in
love.
That kind of...
And yeah, that's why the older I get, I'm like, I really love Virginia because of that. Like we all can get along, and just we can all eat each other's foods and see each other's cultures. Where here it's like,
it's more classism. Yeah. Like here it's classism, and it gets harder because I'm like a military kid, so I relate.
Right.
Where it's like wherever I lived, of course, like I dealt with like racism in Kentucky, Texas, Ohio, like all of that. You still have your like nooks of like people that are down for you, and everyone like connects very well, but then you still have your outside racism where it's like people are like really hardcore, like Confederate flags, like it can get really gnarly stuff happening. But here it's harder because of the classism. It's like your race, and then where you fall in line, and like your family, all of that. So it's like it's a lot harder for us to like coincide together and like be one unit.
Yeah.
So now it's like for us in California, we're just trying to like create these groups like Gold House and like all these places where it's like, okay, you're an entrepreneur, you're this, you're that. I do kind of miss being in smaller places where, though I got the hardest core racism there, because it's like that's where like people are like, your name's Ching Chong Ling because I threw a fork down the fucking staircase. And I'm like, bitch, my name's Jessica. Like, I don't know where you're but your friends that are like your friends, like they got your back. It's like so connected and like deeply rooted. But it's like it's so hard because some places are so good, and you just have to pick like where you fall in line and like where you're comfortable. But would you ever move to California?
Maybe.
So if you moved over here, would you have to redo your certifications as a firefighter?
I wouldn't become a firefighter out here. Once
Why?
I'm done with the
fire
fire
department.
department,
California firefighters?
nothing. I think I'm just kind of like, if it's done, it's done. That was a part of my life that is just. Well, it's also because for some reason the fire department. Speaking of the fire department, I hear them outside.
They're like, come join us.
We told them you were going to be here. They're doing this thing for you.
If I look out the window, they're going to all be.
I told them to do it 20 minutes later. I don't know why they're.
How crazy.
Because the fire department is like I don't know why, but for the most part, you can't laterally transfer anywhere. You have to start from the bottom, and so I've been in it for 13 years now. There's no way I'm going to start from the beginning again.
Yeah.
13 years?
13 years.
I feel like it was like yesterday when you told me, hey, I got into the firefighter.
2011.
You got into the firefighting.
The firefighting.
He said firefighter.
You became a firefighter.
I fight the fire.
You know what's funny is I feel like I kind of understand. Tell me if this is a real. I watched 911. Okay.
Oh,
and
the show.
That show.
Yeah. Okay.
And it follows a firefighter,
Firefighter's life.
Firefighter. No, not life, but just like a station and their crew and whatever. And it's comedic, but it's also dramatic. It's a comedy drama or whatever. Have you seen it? There's a Korean guy on it, Kenneth Choi.
Oh, the dude from Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes, the dude from Wolf of Wall Street. Him and I are actually Facebook friends. Really? I met him at a bar, and then we talked, and then a couple of days later, I added him on Facebook, and then he confirmed something. Nice. So I'm gonna ask him to be on the pod.
He's a really cool guy.
No, yeah, he seems cool. He was really cool.
But I know we're talking about firefighters, so let me ask you this: you and I growing up, the last thing I imagine you is becoming a firefighter. Yeah. I mean, for a long time since I was little, you love basketball so much. I thought you'd be a basketball baller. The first Korean basketball.
Come on, guys.
But
that's not a realistic.
Yeah, but realistically speaking, like, what made you change? What made you pursue that career out of all the careers in the world?
In all honesty.
Yes. Yeah. We want you to be honest. Yeah.
So like, ever since I was a kid, the first time I saw a fire truck, I was like, man, I don't care about that.
like a lot of kids are like, yeah.
Wow.
I worked at the gym, and my friend that I worked with got in, and he was like, hey man, like, because I thought you had to be a volunteer, do all these like different things to get in, and then he was like, nah man, they're just hiring. I was like, all right, so what do I got to do? And then once I started getting in the process, I'm like, oh, this is dope. Like, it's almost like being on a team. I mean, it is being on a team, really.
It is a hardcore team.
So I was like, I like this. Like, you know, you're kind of working for a common goal kind of thing. So, and you also, what's weird is I thought fire, water, gone.
Easy.
It is like a game plan for different situations.
Yeah,
there's like,
hell.
there's like, oh, you got to do this. And I would say it's more like football because everyone has to do their job.
Yeah.
So like one or two people don't do what they got to do. I wouldn't say it's a failure, but like then someone else has to, go more.
It's dangerous.
More, yeah.
It's dangerous. Like what I realized and growing up watching movies, they really, really desensitize you to realize how hot flames are.
Yeah.
Where you see a guy running through the apartment like, where are you? You know, it's like that guy would be like dying from smoke inhalation.
Yeah.
And then like they can't see, so it's like even for them to be, I've been next to flames that are like just like bonfires, and you're like
Korean barbecue.
Crap. Yeah, it's or just like like a barbecue.
Really?
I'm like, dude, Korean barbecue's hot.
But for you, did you realize when was that moment when you were like, holy shit, this is the real deal? Like I'm in doing like.
Do
they do live flame like exercises?
So we definitely train with we call it the burn building. So we can light the room on fire. It's very safe, but I think the first time I was like, oh snap, was my foot fell through the kitchen. I didn't fall through, luckily, but my foot going through the kitchen, I was like, oh dang, this is wild. Not even all the fire stuff, because we mostly go on a lot of medical calls, so we see a lot of things, but they always say, oh, well, you know what you signed up for. Yeah, you can say that all you want till you see it, and then you're like, damn, I was not ready to see that. And then for the most part, you want to act like the macho, like, oh, I'm okay, that doesn't bother me, but nah, that shit bothers you. I mean, at least it bothers me. Yeah. So I learned how to cope with it in different ways. That's not bad.
Like toxic or like drinking.
Drinking. Like I would say in the beginning I was, but I feel like the more you talk about it, especially when you talk about it with people that seen similar things, because sometimes you get these like counselors that come in and talk, and it's like, I mean, what we see, but you've never seen it.
They're
so
trying
it's
to relate
harder.
with you to give you tools to help you, but like you actually relate to people that have been through the trauma and been through the service of like trying to unmind themselves up, unmess them up to get out of it.
Don't get me wrong. I do like that they do give you that service because
the counsel of it.
Because sometimes it will take somebody to speak up, and then everyone will talk. Because like I was on a call, we saw something, they came in, and we were all like, oh, we got to do this like counseling session thing. But finally one person spoke up, so we were like, all spoke about it. So, I mean, it does work, but...
Can you tell us something like the most...
I was going to ask that.
It's weird because fire is... obviously dangerous, but
Yeah.
fire's not the one that I won't say that fire's the one that is traumatic unless you see like some like
charged
somebody you know
situations,
pass
yeah.
away. But luckily, God forbid, I see that. But it's the medical calls you go on, and you see things you're like,
The ones that are that still are alive, but you're like treating them.
or just whatever. But I would say the craziest thing I seen was, not to be on that side, was a guy was totally covered in doo-doo.
And
What?
doo-doo?
What?
Poop.
And caca.
Oh.
Pooh. Oh,
He was
pooh.
in caca.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was the, oh shit.
Was
I
he
mean-
like a transient? Was he?
Wait, was he out of
somebody
a
not
fire?
living?
Like, was that he used the poop
No,
to save himself
so
from the fire?
I remember the
Was this-
guy's
Like a
stomach,
predator
the
kinda
guy's
thing, like-
stomach was hurting,
Yeah.
and
God, this.
when the elevator opened up from the hallway, you can already smell just like
Oh,
straight
no.
shit.
He ate like shit, not man.
And
So let me ask, how do you stay professional on that? Are you like, helping you? You're like,
That's such a good
Yeah,
question.
well, it
That's
sucks
such a
'cause
good. I want to know.
that
How do you
day,
stay professional?
that day I was still the rookie, so
Oh,
I
that's-
already knew like I'm gonna be like,
you're gonna be doing
Elbow
all the
deep.
dirty, yeah.
and this dude
so
literally
it's kind of
like
like hazing. So they like
Oh.
made sure that you went in first because you're
I
like.
won't say hazing, but
Well, no, I get it. The
it's
newest guy's
experience.
gonna do the.
You have to get
Yeah,
experience.
you gotta be thrown into the
That's
fire.
a shitty
so.
situation, bro.
Oh, dude, it was like it literally looked like somebody grabbed brown paint and just poured it all over this guy. It was like,
But the question is, how did he get all that poop? What happened?
So what did you do? Like, what did
Yeah.
you?
apparently
okay.
he drank. He kept saying like, "Oh, four loco diablo, diablo, four loco diablo," and we're like,
He drank Four
Yeah,
Locos.
Four Locos.
and I guess he just like,
What's Four Locos?
It's like an alcoholic drink back
yeah,
in the day.
Is
it's
it
like
like
Bad drink now.
It's
But is it-
alcohol
it's alcoholic.
mixed with like energy.
so it's like the
drink.
highest potency?
It's dirty. It's
To
like
the
high
point
and
where you
dirty,
gotta
yeah.
poop
It's
on
for, like,
yourself?
when you're like a kid, like trying to get messed up, and you drink a Four Loko. I've had one.
Are we talking about like
sip.
Everclear like status?
No,
oh,
it's
you can
like-
buy
it's
it at
like
the
a-
store, like just pick it
Yeah,
up.
it's
like an
literally
energy
like
drink.
at like a liquor store.
But
It used
they
to be.
banned it though, right? I think they banned it now.
Because
yeah.
you poop on yourself, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's good.
This
for
dude
you.
did, and he literally just like was rolling in all his stuff.
Because
And
he also was on other things, or just like the
Yeah.
local was local?
I don't know what he was on.
Well,
I
he
just
was
know.
Four Locos like no other.
I just know he had just.
Okay, and then, so this guy is rolling in his poo. How did you handle it?
I mean, I just had to.
What'd you do, though? Did you, like, go in there and, like, pull him out of the poo and wipe him down? Or, like, what was
Yeah,
the
actually,
situation?
well, dang, a lot of my, well, not to be on the dark side, all the ones that I can talk about deal with a lot of, like every call is
I
poop,
can't.
like
Yeah,
poop,
cheers to poop.
I had no idea this was ever
a
going to go.
lot of poop. Like, man, I remember one time. Oh man, it's just like let's just say you'll see a lot of poop, literally, and
Just like half the job is just
Yeah.
seeing a lot of poop.
So you're definitely like, I didn't sign up for this, right?
Because you're doing EMT stuff essentially
Yeah.
too,
I
right?
wasn't
Like you're like
expecting
first
that.
responders.
you see a lot
So
of poop.
so now you're going a lot of poop, right? What is now that I asked, right?
Sorry.
What is your process of decompressing at the end of the day
Yeah.
when you deal with that kind of day?
Traumatic.
What is your day? Young, you come home, you put up your shirt, and your shitty
Your
pants,
shitty shirt.
okay? And you throw it in your laundry. You take a shower, and then what do you do? What do you do to decompress?
I go to my dog. I just kind
Oh.
of like hold my like staffy,
What kind of dog?
American staffy.
Oh, it's a pit
Yeah,
bull.
pit bull.
Okay, American.
And
football.
I just kind of like, and then my girlfriend, wait, not me, but my girlfriend too. But like, I just kind
Wait,
of.
but your
Well, you don't
girlfriend lives
wanna,
in OC though.
You don't
No,
want to
she
like
lives in Virginia.
make
Oh,
sure
she lives in-
she's from OC,
okay.
but
you don't want to
yeah.
like put all the poo smell on her. So look at it like
Oh,
that.
nah,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
So
never going
your,
poo
your
back to home.
staffy is like.
No, you guys take showers at the station, right? Before
Yeah,
you
yeah,
leave,
yeah,
you guys
yeah,
are like
yeah,
all
yeah.
in there, like,
After-
hey, good fire, guys.
After
Like,
that
yeah, so-
amount of poo, it does
Yeah.
not go away. I have a baby.
It's bad. It's like in your
He's like
nose.
got.
In your nose?
I mean, like
Yeah.
the smell is just like
It's a lot.
stuck in
Is
your
there pork
nose.
smell?
I would
Nose?
not be a good. I could never do
Yeah.
a job like that because I have the weakest. I threw up in my mouth earlier when I took a shot like of this spicy tequila. I was like, and it came
Oh,
back
I
out.
was like,
so I cannot handle poop in general. I can't even handle my own poop.
But let me ask you, when you applied to be a firefighter, this was like the last shitty situation you thought would happen, right?
I mean, like earlier we were talking about, like I thought it was going to be like the TV shows.
Yeah.
Actually, the TV show that I do like that is very similar to the fire department
Chicago
is
Fire.
no
What is it?
Tacoma FD.
Oh, I actually watched that one. too,
Tacoma
yeah.
FD is the fire department. That is realistically the
What's
fire
Tacoma?
department.
So Tacoma FD is like a workplace occupational thing like Office.
What's
Okay.
the
or like whatever.
what's that comedy group called?
It's the guys that did
Like Super Troopers
Super
and
Oh,
you know that guy
Beer
Jay?
Reno 911 or whatever.
No, like Beer Fest and
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's
That
the,
group,
it's the
it's a
main
group.
guys, except the Indian guy's not on the show, right?
Nah, he's not on it.
Yeah.
But nah, Tacoma
Keep it
FD
real.
is what because actually Jonathan told me to watch it,
Yeah.
and I watched it and I was like,
Just so if your Jonathan's are the nephew.
Yeah,
He's
one
our
of my
nephew.
nephews. Yeah.
So this is a relatable show for you.
because it's actually
real.
So it shows
it's
more
all the
so.
funny and good light side of everything.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it shows like 911 shows like the actual responding.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more on the serious level, and they have humorous
A lot of
tones in
it's
it.
like
Tacoma
Firefighter.
F is actually what they show the background of the relationship of all the
Yeah.
firefighters and how raunchy they are to each other. And there's girl firefighters there too, and they're just as raunchy kind of thing. So
Now
it's
our
a cool
department
show.
is now because we're in like I would say a softer time. I don't know what you want to call it, but
Because
Woke?
of females, right?
yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Oh.
if you want to talk about woke, I think woke is a new sleeping. But anyways, like our fire department is, I don't know. They say back in the day it was like crazy. I'm actually kind of glad it's not like that in some stuff because I also don't like, certain things that I've heard was done back in the day, but.
Back in the
In
day,
terms of
like in
what?
the 70s, like basketball, the NBA, they used to smoke and halftime.
But yeah, but
and-
now,
wait,
but
wait.
there's some stuff now where I'm like, damn, we're getting in trouble for that. Like, all right, whatever, man. It's
But
like-
you were talking about females, so then what were you relating that to?
Oh no, I'm just talking about the show. Like
Oh.
they'll do like funny pranks sometimes, and
Okay.
like we can't even do that anymore because
Oh,
it
okay.
looks like we're hazing.
Oh, okay. So they're more tight
Softer
knit,
times,
like
dude.
they're yeah. So okay.
We're so like I feel like we're more corporate now. Like I feel like we can't even because there's locker room talk, and you can't even do that no more. And in a sense, like I get you just can't say whatever the heck you want to say.
They're trying to control you guys in a way
But,
because there's so
there's
much
a-
liability.
yeah.
Because
So just going back to what you're saying, like I see, like it was you pooped a lot of poop going
I
around.
pooped a lot. Yes.
you
No,
didn't.
but more
You
than the
encountered.
crazy part that I don't imagine, like I don't know about you guys, but guess how old he is. Imagine a kid that looks like an Ajishi kid comes as a firefighter because he forever for some reason he just never ages, right?
Wait, did you just say Ajishi kid? So you're
Yeah.
saying he's a kid that looks like an Ajishi? Or
No, he's an Ajishi
he's a kid
Oh.
that he's younger, but he acts like Ajishi?
Yeah,
that
no,
was
no,
so
I'm saying
confusing.
he looks like an Ajishi kid. He looks,
I don't even know
he's
what that
old,
is.
but he looks young.
Okay,
I
that's
must
what I
run in
thought.
the family then, because yeah.
No, but knowing that, like, did you have any people when you actually responded to them, they actually was surprised, like, oh, this guy looks really young.
No.
No, because they're dying, bro.
I mean, I'm just saying.
They're trying to
man,
survive. They're not gonna be like, wait, hold on.
Oh my God!
Did you go through
You're
school?
so young. Thank you for saving my life.
But
How
you know
old
what?
are you?
Speaking of this, though, I know that this led you into a reality show, right?
Yeah.
Tough as Nails.
Yeah.
It's the
Sorry,
same
sorry.
guy from Amazing
Damn it.
Race, correct?
Yes.
My bad.
Phil.
Yes, and
Not
how
Amazing
and,
Grace.
Oh, yeah, Amazing.
Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember the day you got called back. Was it callback or callback or back call?
No,
I'm
it's a
so
callback.
Callback.
bad.
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
got
bad
yeah.
with the.
You
yeah.
got with that, and please, for our viewers, explain the whole procedure because I remember you told me specifically, if you don't hear from me, I'm on the show. But if you do hear from me, I'm gonna be back. And then literally you just went MIA, and you had no phone, right?
Yeah, they take your phone.
Okay, so explain the whole process. Because I was thinking,
Damn, the
I was
whole
kind of
process,
paranoid
though?
that.
Well,
Just
in a
give us-
nutshell, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, why you did it.
Good bullet
No.
points.
One, I didn't apply. They found me, thought it was a scam. And because I thought it was a scam, I was just like messing with them. Like, okay, I'll keep going.
you
'Cause
scammed them back.
as long as they don't ask me for like
Your
social
social
security,
security.
right? Like, I'll do it. And then I kept going. I was like, and then her name's Jenny. She found me and
That's why, because her name's Janet. You're like, Janity, what is that?
she's just like, look, this is what it is. And they never tell you from the beginning, like network, whatever. And I was like, all right, whatever. Let me just keep applying to whatever she's talking about. And then basically got the interview with Phil. And I'm like, oh, I've seen this guy on TV before. And then they kind of tell you what it is. And I'm like, all right, I like this because it's not a show to kind of make you look bad in any way. Because it's
Yeah.
very positive. Like,
It's an empowering show.
yeah, it's like blue collar workers.
You're representing all like firefighters, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're because there's like
and our
different-
people, so.
Yeah, and Asians too, and Koreans.
Yeah, 'cause
Specifically,
you are,
yeah.
like, the
So,
only
No, for sure,
in
dude.
your
Now
season.
there was during the interview process there was another bald Asian guy.
Oh
how do you-
no!
Yeah.
So
And he was a
how
police
did you-
officer.
Oh, man.
How do you feel like you rose above and like?
Wait, hold on. The
I-
bald. Sorry, I don't mean to. I want to know, like, did you guys beef? Did he get on?
Well, you know what's funny? So when I saw him, I'm like, man, he looks very familiar. And once I asked around, I was like, hey, is that guy happen to be like this police officer that skateboards and does like jujitsu or like or you know whatever, like Thai boxing or whatever? And they're like, yeah, he does. I go, bro, that's the guy. Somebody tagged me in his video because they said I looked like him. And I wanted to take a picture. I was actually like a fan. I'm like,
oh my god,
oh, it's him. And I'm like, oh, he gonna get it because he's got followers. Maybe, you know, you need somebody that's got followers. So the show, it's brand new show. So I'm like, oh, he gonna get it because he's got a lot of following. But I don't know what separated us. Maybe because, well, on the show we did have another like a police officer, correctional facility person. So maybe they needed a firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something in contract.
Right, and I think the other thing was, well, I won't say this is the main thing, but it's weird because the lady, Jenny, when I was doing my interview, she's like, you know, bring that Southern charm. And I'm like, Southern charm? I'm from Virginia. Like, I'm 5 miles outside of D.C. She's like, you sound like you're from the country.
People I've met in Virginia, black folks, they have that Southern twang in Virginia.
But we are 5 miles, like, what,
5 miles to the
What
closest.
are you? You're in like K-Town, Little Tokyo.
In respect, right now, your twang is there. So
I don't hear it.
That's okay. 'Cause when I lived in
hear
Texas, I adopted an accent, and then when I came here, I lost it. And like,
Okay.
so you.
I have a little bit of it. I say y'all.
You can't acknowledge your own situation, but other people can, right?
And she just kept saying that. She's like, bring that Southern charm. You bring that accent. We love that accent. I'm like, I don't got an accent, lady. Like,
But it's because you can't hear.
You gotta play to the ground, like, okay, ma'am.
well then,
Well,
like,
then, I'll
Then
show
he
him.
wouldn't have got casted for sure. He'd be like, oh, sorry.
yeah. And then in the interview, at one point, they had like the final, I don't know, like 20 of us, and they had to break it down to 12. So 6 men, 6 women.
Final interview.
I was like, oh, I got this, because the Asian dude wasn't there. I was like, the bald Asian dude ain't there. I got this. There was another firefighter there. I was like, damn. And this dude was handsome. I'm like, fuck, man. Like,
What race was he?
I don't know. He was just handsome. Whatever handsome is, that's what he was. I mean,
Why do you have a Southern twang? I'm kind of, because he has a twang. Like, it's like a different twang to his, like, the way he talks is like fast talking New Yorker, like
yo, you don't get it, man. Yo,
no, he's like, I see
yeah.
like one guy with a cigarette, like, hey man, like Boomhauer.
He's like a derby guy, like always selling shit.
Yes.
Like he's doing the
Yes. So how is it that you came up with this Southern twang?
I
Because
don't
you
know.
do have it.
I don't know.
Do you hang out with a lot of black folks, or like a lot of Southern people, or white folks?
Well,
White
I
Southern
think
people?
when I started hearing it more not from myself, but when people were telling me, it was I went down to like Southern Virginia to do this class, like this hazmat class, and they had like, I mean, you think mine's bad, like it was bad.
My sister's from South Carolina. Like I'm around.
Right.
Yeah. It
And
gets really thick.
I was basically around them the whole time. You know, I'm joking with them, they're joking with me, and maybe just I was joking so much with them, it just kind of like stuck. And then I was put on crews where like I'm working with, because you know I work for Alexandria, but you got people from like Frederick, Maryland, like all types of weird, like outside places. I won't say it's weird, but it's like outside places, and I work with them, and maybe I just kind of
adapted.
Yeah,
you adopted.
I adopted to the
you
situation.
Adapted overall, and that makes sense.
I do hear that the DC accent, well, because they said DC people do sound Southern, which is, I was like, that's weird, because I don't think we sound Southern at all, but
That's why there's a lot of
we do.
Cowboys fans in DC.
Yeah, but that's not because they're, nah.
Well, back to your thing.
I like looking offended right there.
So back to what Jess asked, right?
been through places and then you adapted. So at the end of the day, you were cognizant though that you were adapting. Where were you born?
Alexandria, Virginia.
Okay, so you've been there your whole life.
Yeah, born and raised.
So you've only known that. So ever since you were young, did you feel like ever since you were young you started with an accent?
Well, even the people in Virginia ask me where am I from. So that's the weird part, because I'm like, well, we're from the same spot. So do you feel
in your brain you felt like in order to fit in, you needed to kind of blend in a way, and then that was something? So it wasn't
actually,
like
I'll say back in the day when talking about the whole like kind of being ashamed of being like Asian, whatever, like I love basketball, grew up watching Michael Jordan, the GOAT, and then I kind of like just hung out with all my friends were like just play basketball. Black, Hispanic, whatever. And we all, like, I feel like everyone in Alexandria just spoke that way.
So you, in a sense,
Yeah, and then it's weird because it's weird because when I went to church, I'd go to this one church and they're like, "Why do you talk black?" And I'm like,
But
"What
were
do
you
you
at
mean
a
talking
Korean
black?"
church?
Yeah.
Yeah, so see, there's a difference.
I was like, "What is talking black?"
No, see, that's where it's
Like,
unfair.
that's not a thing.
Because you were no,
It's
you're,
cool. You talk cool.
but you're in a position where it's like you are multiple people because you have multiple kind of groups.
But it was never. I had to.
No,
I
no,
just
you didn't
think,
intentionally do it.
Yeah,
but it was
I guess
like
it just
you-
sounds.
you
It comes
didn't,
out. Yeah.
No, because like my grandfather is white. And then,
Oh, is he?
So my grandfather's like, of course.
Wait,
Okay,
you're
fine.
mixed?
I was about to go off like, yeah, he's white. No. So yeah, I'm half
Oh, I thought you were
Korean,
full
half
Korean.
white.
I'm just
no,
kidding.
no,
I
yeah.
know.
Okay, fine.
Did you know
Thanks,
she was
trolls.
Korean though? Like,
Well, yeah, I met her a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the day.
So my grandfather called, and I'm fucked up. Rest in peace, grandpa. But my grandfather called, and my grandfather's from Ohio, and you know they have like a country accent. And then he's like, "Hey, just say like, you know, is your dad home?" And I'm fucking a dick, and I never forget about the situation. I go, "Hey, grandpa, my dad is home," and I'm like, "Why the fuck did I do that?"
No, but it's called Revertigo.
No, no,
like
no,
you
no.
kind of go
I'm
into
tired,
the-
Grandpa.
Wait, no, and I felt like a dick because I was like, I'm mocking him, but I'm not because it's
Right.
like I was trying to make him comfortable.
No,
You know?
Revertigo. So you kind of go into, you revert into this mode that you mold into someone else, right?
Yeah.
So like I do that too. When I go to Texas, I
Yeah.
do my y'alls. I'm like,
Yeah.
I scream out a couple yeehaws, no
Yeah,
joke.
no,
like,
it's real. It
yeah,
is
it's
real
real.
because I moved
I want to
everywhere
get
too,
a cowboy hat and everything.
the twin comes out.
Damn, now I want to talk monotone the whole time.
I'm insulting my grandfather, and then he's like, come back. I'm like, "Hey, grandpa, yeah, dad's not here, so like, we'll call you back." And then the next time he called, I was like, I got so much anxiety. I was like, "What the fuck do I do?" I was like, "Do I talk
Right.
normal? Do I not?" And then I went back to make it comfortable. But when I talk to my other friends too, it is a, what did you call it?
Revertigo.
Revertigo. So in a way, that's kind of what you adopted.
I know that was thing.
But now it is your thing.
No, it's not a
So-
real word. I mean, it's a.
I like that though.
Yeah, I like
That's
that
a
word too,
great-
yeah.
It was off of
You ever heard
How
of-
I Met Your Mother.
But either way,
Did he always have peanut butter in his mouth, like growing up?
Oh,
like,
actually,
his whole
have
life?
you ever heard him say the word chocolate?
oh gosh,
Chocolate,
no,
say
no,
it.
no.
He cannot say the word well. He can say it now,
He can
but
say
he
ankles, but
used
not
to
chocolate?
never be able to say the word chocolate.
So the word
Like he's going through like puberty when he
I
says
have
it.
like anxiety for that word. Okay, so the reason why is because I could not. Every time I say it, voice will go high.
Like he.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if I don't, I'll be like chocolate.
That's how you say
That's
it.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but no.
what-
But when I say it normally, I'm like chocolate. Like
No,
it'd be like,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
it
it's
wasn't.
okay.
But I
It
was
was-
thinking
You're
about
fat,
it,
you
like,
know,
fuck
you're
that, but
chubby,
hey,
so-
hey, what's up, bro? How
He
you
said
doing?
you
Did
said
you need
that.
some chocolate? You know?
Yeah. He'd always like when he go trick or treat. It's like, oh, I got some chocolate.
You know what it is?
It's
You were just happy to get some chocolate.
No, but what it was, I don't know. Yeah, growing up, that was the thing.
we'd always be like, hey, here's some Snickers. What is it? He's like, it's made out of chocolate. Like everything was like chocolate. I'm like,
How did you fix that? Because I would have loved that you still had that.
I don't know how.
oh, he couldn't. What was the other word you couldn't say?
Those couple
We're just
words
gonna
I
keep
was like,
bashing
I
it.
mean, we have all night because we can. No, I'm kidding.
No, but totally went off the topic. But yeah,
Chocolate.
I'm not gonna say because
He's all flustered.
Yeah.
You got him messed up. So, okay. What? Okay.
chocolate. All right, there you go.
Son.
Hey, baby.
What other word? You got to tell us the other words. Can you remember what the other word was that he couldn't
For
say?
him, oh man, there's so many. Name one.
Damn, this is like,
Stefan. He calls
Oh,
Stefan.
yeah,
Stephen Curry.
Stefan.
Stefan.
That was like wild when I saw that. I was like, oh my god.
Oh,
rewind.
so this gonna take us back to how old we are.
Okay.
Remember Dan Marley?
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Phoenix Suns.
Yeah. What did you say? Majorly or?
I was like, Dan Majorly.
Oh, Majorly. Dan Majorly.
Dan Majorly? Like, who's Dan
No,
Majorly?
you know what he does? He phonetically says it. Like he says it. It's spelled out.
You can see it like, you know,
Working
breaking
in-
down. Yeah, working in his brain.
No, that's
So I was like, yo, young, have you seen Dan Majorly shoot? He's like, what?
I'm like, who is
He's like, I
that?
know Dan Marley, but now Dan Majorly. I'm like,
Okay, well, you know what? Now you're gonna come on as a consultant for the Sunglish consultant because we need to know so we can throw him off a little
I'm
bit.
telling
There's
you.
so
Sometimes he
many.
says words, and I thought it was this, and then it's something
totally different.
totally different, and I'm like, dude, he stumped
There's
me.
so many.
Yo, so, okay, I know the whole.
All right,
Okay,
let's
let's
pivot.
pivot.
Let's
Yeah.
pivot.
Back
Yeah.
to you with the
Oh,
reality
Okay.
show, right?
Okay.
So,
okay, yeah.
back to the question. So, she answered it pretty much. You adjusted to different backgrounds, I guess,
Yeah.
right? So, with that, also, let me ask you.
Oh, for the interviews.
Yeah,
or
for the
whatever,
interview,
yeah.
right? Let me ask you, when did you know in your heart you had the job? And you said that was another firefighter that we sort of left off.
Oh
with that.
well, so when they brought the 20 of us back, they gave us hotel. So they told us to pack for 4 weeks, pretty much. So whether you get it or not, like just pack for 4 weeks.
Where they shoot?
In Burbank.
Oh.
Well, we stayed in Burbank,
Close, yeah.
but we were like all over the place in like LA area. I remember like after the photos, the like 2 or 3 more interviews or whatever like that. You know, they're like, all right, we're gonna make our picks tonight. I said, all right, cool. They knock on my door. My bag's already packed next to the door. I never unpacked because I'm like, if I don't get it, I'm out.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
But you're already there though. You're already in Burbank.
His
though.
perspective.
Yeah, it wasn't like
Yeah.
we were picked yet. It was like they still had to make the final 12.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
like a draft pick, man. I thought you were
They made you come all the way to Burbank for that?
No,
That's
but
fucking-
in his head, he was already like,
well,
it's
actually,
all good.
so when we came in January, I think the people that came back in January, it was supposed to be final. Like if you came back, you were good.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we got there was still more people there. I'm like, oh man, we didn't get it yet. So I never unpacked my bags. So whatever I needed, I just take it out. And then the lady knocked on my door, opened it up. She's like, can we sit down? So 2 people come down, sit down, and they're like, are you ready to go? I go, well, yeah. He's like, well, unpack. And I was like, alright.
He's like super uncomfortable. He's like, what?
Yeah,
like, what does this
alright.
mean?
And then she's like, unpack. Like, you're gonna be staying here for 4 weeks. I'm like, bet. Because that's the other thing. Like, well, also the show, it was even if you get eliminated, you still stay on. So there's like an individual thing and a team challenge.
Yeah.
So even if you get eliminated in the individual, you still stay because you have to do the team stuff. So I was like, oh, so no matter what, like I'm still here the whole time.
They rope you back in, no matter what.
Yeah, so she's like, yeah, like you're here the whole time. I'm like, all right, bet. So unpack, and then
Do you get paid for this? Like during this time? Do you get compensated for not going to work?
You get some money.
Okay, so you're used to getting like your normal salary pay, and then they give you stipend of like how many weeks or whatever happens. So is it comparable towards like what you get in your normal salary?
Oh hell nah.
So it's like you have to make a decision on like.
Because you have to win to get the money.
Yeah, of course. And then what was the prize amount at the end? Was it $1 million?
Oh nah, it's a brand new show. They
Probably 200,000 or something.
Well,
I think it was like
250 or
200,000.
I thought
200,000 and a truck, a Ford truck.
Okay, so they gave you a car.
And
okay, so they valued it.
They
that way.
definitely took that part out of the show because, you know, in the beginning they're like, oh, what would you do if you won?
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, Young, what would you do with this truck? I'm like, I'd probably sell it and get like something.
Yeah.
I need the money. I thought this was
Oh my
money.
God.
'Cause
Can
I
you
was like-
imagine every reality show? I fucking.
I hate this car.
Well, I was like, I don't want this
Like,
truck.
I
I
don't
was like,
know.
I want a Toyota 4Runner. So I'd probably sell it and then get the money and put a down payment on a 4Runner. And they're like,
TRD?
yeah, we're not going to put this on the show. I was like, oh, my bad. Am I not supposed to be honest? And they're like, no, you can be honest, but we're just not
We're
gonna
gonna cut it out.
No, but
Yeah.
to be honest, like if I mean.
And that's
I
the
don't know
thing
if they're gonna
about
want, but
so
they should
all
preface
12 of
that,
us,
you know?
all 12 of us were very you know, you get the whole like a lot of people want to be on TV to become
Yeah,
famous or
big
do
time.
whatever. All 12 of us, we were just like we literally were just like normal.
Yeah.
Just
Real
like,
blue collared. Like,
yeah,
you
and
know,
that's why like
workers.
even the whole being on camera, we were just super awkward the whole time.
Just
And,
from watching like the promo videos and stuff, it's like everybody was so authentic and like so
Yeah.
hell bent on like proving and showcasing like who they are so that they can inspire everybody. Like it resonates in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I watched it, I was like, wow, because I didn't get to really watch like all the seasons and everything, but it's unique to
Yeah.
be a part of something. And like in a way, you are a reality star TV show. I mean, reality show
Sunglish
star.
word of the week.
Yeah, I have dyslexia. Mine's
Just
different.
'cause-
I don't say the word wrong. I say it backwards.
Hey, so good question, man. The challenges. The question that a lot of people want to know is, I know it's recorded, but the challenges, are they re-recorded over and over again, or is it raw on the spot? You gotta
nah,
do it?
you just do it. Man, those challenges, they seem so, it's crazy because it's like,
They look so hard.
no, they look very
You're like-
easy.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I
Dude,
thought
like,
they
the
looked hard 'cause
first
you have
one
to,
was, like, you had
nail in
to-
Stuff.
Oh,
you have to
dude.
like go hard.
That joint was easy, but
Okay.
like
For
every
firefighters,
challenge
Okay,
that we
that
had, I
makes
was like,
sense.
all right, this sounds mad easy.
Yeah. And then,
Dog.
so
That
what
joint
was the
was
hardest
hard.
challenge for you then? What was the challenge where you're like, oh my god, I don't need to, for what I'm getting paid and what I'm being asked to do.
The very
I don't
first
need to do
one
this.
to get to see who the team leader was gonna be.
Okay.
So like you had to do this, what I thought was a very simple like track or whatever with a wheelbarrow.
Okay.
That was difficult for
Okay.
me because I didn't know.
Why
how,
was it difficult?
Because I'm not a I don't know how to maneuver.
Nobody
the
taught us how to
balance?
use a
Right,
wheelbarrow
right.
from like the 18.
What, you guys don't like do cement? Like, are you guys crazy?
Also, like, I didn't know
Are you
you-
serious?
you-
You
you
wanna
know,
build a house?
Not to run with it though.
You
like,
put
Are you
like
serious?
all the weight in the front, so it's
Yeah.
easier to maneuver, and then
Yeah.
taking out an alternator.
Okay. Whoa.
I didn't know like that foreign cars were easier to take out because like
Yes.
American cars apparently it's like,
Oh,
and
wow.
I kept going to the American car for some reason.
Yeah. So now you
come on, you didn't know that, bro?
No, the
Man,
but
it's there. on
one
the
thing about
thing.
him that you can highlight from the show is he
made
lost
it
back to
interesting.
back to back.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to go out in the first challenge. I was supposed to be. I was already in the first eliminate, and that was my thing. I was like, just don't be the first one out. After the first challenge, I'm like, damn, I'm in elimination right now.
So when that happened and like you're watching everyone, because it's like girls and guys, everybody, and then on your first elimination and you're like, I will not be the one, and then you were the one. How did you get past it to win to go to the next? Because you stayed in for
Yeah.
How did you get yourself straight to surpass like your fear and like your insecurities to like really go in?
It's crazy because it whether you watch the show or not, like I went into a lot of those elimination rounds.
Yeah, he had the records.
Which is crazy though. How do you feel? Are you glad you experienced that?
Well, it's funny because they were joking. The people on the show were like, "Oh, you're just trying to get more TV time." I'm like, "Hell no! Like, I'm trying to win money.
Hey,
like,
but if you
why
did,
would I
you
put
got it.
myself?"
You got it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to chill because like I don't want to lose, you know. And then I was like, man, every time I did something, I'm like, well, damn, I'm the last one again, so I got to go in this elimination round. But a lot of times I would just kind of like sit back. It was weird. One time I just thought about whatever calmed me down. So at the time it was like whether my dog. I even thought at one point I would like. It was never on the show, but I would always kind of like stare it off in the distance. And they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just imagining like my family is standing over there just watching, kind of like, you know, do it for us, you know." And another time I imagine like, so our cousin passed away, and he's like, this dude was like perfect for the show, and I'm just like thinking about him like, what would he do, you know? And I was like, man, I'm calm now. So I was always like calm during the elimination rounds because it's crazy because every time I got into an elimination round, whoever I was facing, they were used to it. I mean, I was like in 4 or 5. I was bad. I was really bad.
You're so used to facing adversity.
So
that
yeah,
for you're just like, okay, I have to figure this out.
like find a good place.
You found like your centerpiece. You focused, and you're like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do it, and then you did it.
Yeah.
And how many consecutive times did you go in to the challenges until you got a break?
I think I was in the first 2, skipped one, fourth. Skipped one, another one, and then I think another one. And can we give spoilers? Because I mean, season 1 was a long time ago.
Vegas had a line on it, man. Like how many times we go elimination?
It's already out.
Yeah,
I mean, season 1. We're on season 5 or whatever.
We're on season 5. Yeah, we already.
What is it? What the heck happened? So, anyways, I
got
got
to 4,
eliminated in the Firefighter challenge.
Yes, that's what I was gonna get to. The Firefighter challenge is the one I thought you
I got eliminated on the Firefighter challenge.
What was like what did you guys have to do?
Just run up a bunch of stairs with a bunch of hoes, put out a fire.
These hoes ain't loyal.
and just
seriously,
rappel
okay.
down.
So in that situation, what do you think was the holdback for you, and like why you were challenged? So because that's what you normally do. So, or is that not what you normally do? Like, give us context.
Yeah, you're not used to
what was the situation
going up with
for
hose on the ladder?
I would just say no comment to the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah.
I would just say no comment.
Yeah.
Hey, but you were on 7 episodes,
Yeah.
though. Hey.
No, but you're on multiple series or multiple seasons.
Yeah, guess what?
Multiple seasons?
No, just one season.
Oh, just one season?
One
okay.
season. Multiple episodes.
Multiple
Multiple
episodes. Okay.
episodes.
Oh, I thought you were on
But
that
guess what?
anymore.
The benefit that came out of it, though, you got sponsored by Carhartt, right?
Yes. So the
Okay.
show was outfitted by Carhartt, and this lady named Gwen from the DMV area. Well, once again, she DM'd me, and I thought it was a scam or whatever. Anyways,
Good.
got back to
Be
her.
careful. There really are.
Yeah, because I keep getting these things on Instagram like, "You look good in our jewelry." I'm like,
No, I
I don't even wear jewelry. Anyway, so this lady got to me, and it looked like kind of fake, but she's just kind of like, oh, one, we don't really have any firefighters in our team or whatever, and
See these people right here? They are building America's future. but they cannot do it alone. Because right now, this country needs workers. Over 3 million jobs are available in the skilled trades alone. So grab your tools and help us build the next frontier. We need the brave, the builders, and the dreamers. If that's you, put on your Carhartt and join us.
I like your story. I like everything about you. Would you like to join Carhartt? I was like, yeah, because that shit's expensive. You know, I'm like, I would never wear Carhartt. I barely see anybody wearing Carhartt unless you were like having some money. Or
I got some money, but
yeah, you got some money. And then she hooked me up, and I was like, damn. And she met me in. We went to the National Harbor in Maryland. She's like, once you get something, and me, just like any of us would like, can I get this T-shirt? She's like, boy, like she started throwing all this stuff in my bag. I'm like, damn, this is dope.
You guys were like giving a lot.
How come you're not wearing any Carhartt stuff right now?
Man, dog. So
okay, let me say why. Okay, let me say why. Right now. Earlier in the night, like you were like, hey,
actually, I am wearing Carhartt
Underwear.
No, my pants and my boxers are Carhartt.
Boom. Okay. Cool.
So
then
your
you're
pants
good.
are seriously
You're
Carhartt.
not getting in trouble.
My pants are Carhartt. My boxers are Carhartt. So that's the other thing. I wear black tees from Target or Kmart, Hanes, whatever. Black jeans, and I do like shoes, so I might have some nice shoes on. But
I was actually gonna say, so when you walked up, I didn't know it was you. You walked in with your friend. Friend, is he Filipino?
Or like Laotian.
Laotian. Okay,
Yeah.
so I thought he was you at first because I had bad eyes. Then I saw this tall dude next to him. I'm like, who's this big mother freaker next to him wearing a white shirt? You had your hat on. I'm not gonna lie. You kind of reminded me of The Rock.
The Rock, I've never seen The Rock wear a hat.
Oh no. The stature, like from afar, the hat looked like a bald head. That's what it
he
looked like.
probably made me look like The Rock because I'm taller than him, but I'm nowhere taller than.
But you're you're bigger than him too. You had the white shirt on, so it's
yeah.
Like can I see the hat? Can you put the hat
the
on?
other real man, The Rock. I remember this fool used to rock bottom everyone at random parties and shit.
Rock bottom?
Yeah, it's like it's funny.
In the pool.
In the pool, when he see someone just go like this, it was an open opportunity to go rock bottom, and like that was the funny part about it.
Can you show up?
No.
Wait, how old are you? Are you talking about like 8th grade?
No,
Like,
we're talking
at the
about like
pool?
right before I moved here.
Well, it's crazy. Like,
You guys were in the pool?
yeah, literally. Like, so I watch wrestling because of my brother.
You guys are
Hey,
grown
shut
up.
up, guys.
No, wait. You guys are grown. I'm sorry. My times in the
Yeah.
pool are like when I was
He's
a
like
kid.
the Big Show
He's a
or
grown
like.
ass adult, and he's like, no, it was last summer. And he's like
Yeah.
dunking.
Yeah, like
Guys,
that was
he's
like the big
dunking
show,
people.
and he was
No?
The Rock.
Okay.
Okay, you're
Well, because like my brother watched. So I followed everything my brother did. So like he's an Eagles fan. I like the Eagles because of Randall and all this stuff. But
Ooh.
I'm a Redskins fan.
What you
Ooh. Hey,
You
man.
said so many wrong things in that.
I like the Eagles.
Okay.
Washington.
To Sam
Okay, yeah, dude. How can you be Okay, yeah. Anyways, go on.
Because I'm a
This is
basketball
like
guy. Like I
it's
said,
like
Michael Jordan. I'm a
Redskins
Michael
fan
Jordan
wearing
guy.
a Cowboys
Exactly.
jacket.
Yeah,
You know?
who would do
Yeah,
that,
I'm a
man?
Michael
It
Jordan
doesn't
guy.
matter.
I'm a Michael
goat
Jordan
is a
guy.
goat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
so my brother was like watching wrestling, so I watched wrestling, right? And then after a while, like it just died out. And then my same cousin, the one we were talking about, so his name's Sung An, he passed away. But anyways, Sung An was like, yo, you gotta watch this guy. He's super funny. Like I think you'll like him.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, I used to have hair, and The Rock had hair too in WWF. And
He
Was
did.
your hair curly too like his?
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he had curly hair.
Oh shoot. Okay.
I like when I would go to church, all my like Harmony's friends would think I had a pama. They were like, "Oh, you curled your hair." I was like, "Why the hell would I curl my hair?"
Koreans and Palma.
But anyway, so
Pama.
I started watching The Rock, and I was like, "Yo, this dude's dope." And once again, younger, it's kind of like it's that representation.
Yeah.
Like I know you're not like the full
Yeah.
look like me, but
Yeah.
you definitely
It's
are
very
Asian,
influential.
like Pacific. So I was like, I like this guy. So that's why I started watching, and that's why I started rock bottoming. And since like even I think last year we we were at I think we were at Intercrew, and then he tried to give me a shot, so I like rock bottomed him on the
Well, yeah, you got the vibe. I saw that. They got the arm tat right here. He walked up, and I was like, I went like this to his friend. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And then,
Well, yeah, 'cause-
and then he was like, "What's up?" And then he was like, "Okay, later." And he walked up, and then you walked up to me. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, "Oh, it's you. you're young." Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
I didn't know
man.
you guys
Yeah.
were. I thought, yeah, my bad.
Well, it's funny because his parents tiny, he's tall. We have another cousin named Tom. His parents are pretty short, and he's like big, like.
So you guys'
it's in
like
your genes.
your grandparents. I was gonna say your ancestors. Like it goes far, but your grandparents. Like what were their sizes?
I don't know actually.
I've never seen my
them 'cause
mom's
they passed away.
parents.
Yeah, I've never seen
Wait,
mine.
you guys don't have pictures of
They
like.
passed away because they were too large and they
No.
They're
They
giants.
I'll be honest. I don't recall seeing any of their pictures actually.
Yeah, on my dad's side, so I've seen my harmony because she lived with us. I've seen a picture of my dad's father. He looked like a straight G. I didn't know
how tall, because you guys were
he
like
didn't look that
pretty
tall. My dad's,
masculine, beefy, tall,
I
loud.
don't know.
From
you
what I
know.
heard from my dad, they weren't tall. That's why my parents always go, I don't know where you got your growth spurt from. Like, how
Well,
you
it must have been like multiple generations.
Well, your mom told me she had to keep feeding you since a kid because you would
He
cry
came
all
out
the time.
10 pounds, 4 ounces, no? Is that what you said?
9.8 pounds.
9.8.
Like, Mom, can I get some chocolate?
She's like, not right now.
Oh man,
Dude,
Yeah, nah, he-
9 pounds, 4 ounces. Do you guys understand?
8 ounces.
8 ounces? Okay, we're going bigger. Do you guys know what that is?
My
Like,
dome is so huge. When
it
it came
is-
out.
Don't show us that. Don't show us
no,
that.
because
that's
I
a head.
had a baby.
Okay, we
She
know.
was 7 and 4, but she didn't come out of my. But your mom.
Can't come out of your butt.
She didn't come out of my. She came out of my
naturally,
stomach.
yeah.
She came out of. No, not yeah.
you
Yours
could
is
hear
natural.
him like, cause I think my aunt too, cause the whole we found out some good news, but anyways, we were my aunt, his mom was talking about like how while she was giving birth, she heard like the doctor's like, yo, what's that sound? And like,
This is
and then
her
like
son.
from the inside, they thought she was like, you just heard like, yo,
It's son screaming.
real talk, yo, and then like my aunt was like, what is going on in my stomach? But yeah, and, yo, he came out, he's like, yo, real talk, yo, like I'm 9 pounds 8 ounces.
yo. Are you gonna cut that umbilical cord or what, yo?
I can't, cause then like.
Doctor didn't even have to slap his butt because they're like, yo, this.
No,
No, he's alive. He's alive.
His
He's
dad,
alive.
and he says his dad is like more like
Quiet.
reserved. Yeah, so it's so crazy that, and then his sister too. Like I love his sister's a sweetheart, such a sweet girl, everything. But she's such a gentle,
Yeah.
gentle like person. And
This
then
guy
it's like,
just,
but,
and then
but-
he
and
just-
that's
1 to
her,
1,000. Like,
and he's the oldest though, and it's like crazy. But you know,
But
I
he's
get
the
you.
youngest. You're the youngest in age, though, too. You're in that younger,
he-
because all your
No,
cousins.
he's-
No, what I mean by your the cousins, because if your
hierarchy
oldest is
part, the
20,
hierarchy, yeah.
Oh yeah,
you're
yeah.
not the oldest of that. Yeah, you're.
Yeah, not hierarchy, but age technically I am I'm
Yeah.
pretty old, but like hierarchy wise, yeah, that, of course.
Yeah, because probably your first cousin is probably like 80 years old right now.
Like,
well, actually, I feel like everyone in our family are very unique in their own way.
Everyone is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So you're completely unique in yourself as well.
and like I feel like every single one of us are. Now we do have 2 other really loud family members.
Yeah. Okay.
Louder than sung.
Wait. Female or male?
Female.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh.
That's what I had to ask. It has to be
They are
female. It has to be
loud.
female.
Like they loud.
Yeah.
Like when they're together,
and
when them
how
3 are
old are
together.
they?
One's a
oldest.
year. Wait,
Oh, you're older than the loud
Maria's
one?
younger.
Nancy's younger too.
Nancy older by 1 year. My niece is a year older than me.
They're
Damn,
both
that's
our nieces
crazy.
because
They're
they're
both our
our
nieces.
cousins' kids.
Yeah. Oh my god. But they ended up being loud.
Oh, they loud.
No, but I know we went off topic big time. One thing I did want to highlight.
Yeah,
I
we
know,
are.
We're talking about your habits.
But
Like,
one thing I wanted to tie up and one thing I wanted to emphasize really humongously is was the fact that
Actually, well, the fire
Sorry.
department. All right, we
How
want to talk about the fire department. What are the coolest things? in the
how
fire
humongous-
department?
How
Yeah.
humongously?
Cool things in the fire department since I became a firefighter because I didn't think anything of it, but it's cool as a firefighter, right?
Okay. What's the coolest thing about being a firefighter?
2 things that really stuck out to me when I first started was one of the first few fires I went to. It was like at an like a garden apartment or whatever. So you call maintenance, or everybody, right? But one of the maintenance guys, we're cleaning up and everything, and I just happened to look up and he looked at me and he kind of did the double take thing, and he just kind of was like, and I was
He
like,
gave you the American thumbs up.
what the heck? And it's because like he was Asian.
Oh.
And I without saying a word, I knew what he meant. I'm like, oh damn, like all right, like get what that meant.
But did you give the thumbs up?
Yeah, I was like, oh,
That's not that
well, I kind of gave him the salute.
Okay.
Oh, classy.
You gave him. You
I like
gave him the.
Yeah,
I would have been like,
He would start dancing like dun 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 dun
Right.
dun dun.
And then this other time, so my friend that when I was living with one of my friends, you know, he was a firefighter too for Moco, and he's like, all right, you know, we're gonna go to my daughter's class. We're gonna like, you know, talk about the fire department. I was like, all right, whatever, let's go. But we went to this like school that she went to, and they were like maybe second grade or something like that, and we had him, his brother, and me, and they're half Spanish, half Thai, like literally like from Spain and Thailand. So they look mixed, whatever. And then I'm me, like looking straight up Asian like this. And I remember at one point they're like, all right, go to the person you think that can dress up the fastest in their fire gear. So obviously because the father of the daughter, a lot of them went to him, and then some of them went to the brother. The like one like Korean kid was like in front of me.
Oh.
And I'm like, the heck? And he's like speaking to me in Korean. He's like, oh, you know, like, you gotta do this for us. And I go, the heck? Right, yeah. I was like,
come on.
I was like, oh, snap. And then he wrote this whole, like, thank you letter. And I'm like,
God. That means he's
That's why
going
you're doing
through
it.
I was like,
so
yo,
much
this
in his
dope.
life.
Like, I
Well,
get it.
you're what he can relate to. It's
Right.
like what you say from before. It's like you didn't grow up seeing people like you, and for him, he needed that. So.
And because, you know, like, growing up, it was what? Like, who were big names? And once
Bruce
again,
Lee.
now that we're older, respect, right? But it's like, man, why is... Because you almost got to be like, man... Because, you know, they always make fun of us being, like, the martial artists. So, at one point, when I was younger, I was kind of like, oh, nah, don't associate... Yeah, don't associate me with, like, Jackie Chan, Yao Ming. I play basketball. Oh, Yao Ming. And I'm like... But then at the end of it, it's like, well, Yao Ming was dope as shit.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah, I would have split my chin,
Jeremy
for
Lin.
Sure.
It's like...
Hey,
Jeremy Lin is dope as shit,
fuck, yeah.
you know,
Or-
but at the time it was just kind of like, you know, why you gotta do that? But a movie that I don't know if y'all can relate to, I don't relate to, was Crazy Rich Asians, right? I'm not rich in any means.
I did not relate to that.
Right,
No.
but
No
it
richness.
was like, we don't relate to it, but it was like, it was dope. It was like, oh shit, there's a bunch of Asian fuckers on this movie screen,
so
you know?
he doesn't mean that he relates to it in terms of like, you know, the
lifestyle,
and all of that, but it was like
It's just dope to see.
But it was just,
representation,
yeah,
like,
it was
to
dope
see
to
it.
just
'Cause,
see
like, it
it.
was-
But right, but and then also not only that, but like even what the Raya, you know?
Oh, yeah, Raya, yeah.
Because
yeah.
once again, like earlier
Raya
before,
the
I was
dating?
talking about like I grew up with a lot of like
the
Cambodian
TV show.
people.
I
you
mean,
know?
the Disney movie.
Yeah, and I grew up with a lot of Cambodian people. I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, you know, call it what you want. Like, I was like, yo, I didn't shed a tear, but I was definitely like, this is dope.
I
Like,
hated it. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, this is
No, it was really
dope.
good. It was all those movies.
Even the what's the joint?
The-
Shang-Chi or whatever.
Oh yeah, okay.
I was like, man, please don't make us like, you know, like, please be good. I was like, yo, this shit is dope.
He actually did a great
shit was
job
dope.
because he has kung fu background. Like he knew
Right.
when he was fighting. I was like, what the hell? The guy from Kim's Convenience.
But not only that, but it was like, it was dope though. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't corny or like that
Yeah,
shit was
he
actually
wasn't.
dope. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think it's really dope that you are the first Asian person in a Carhartt store representing.
Yes.
Oh,
Was
shit.
it Tennessee?
Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee. You have
this
your
guy-
picture at this Carhartt store, and that's like the most non-Asian, from my
Yeah.
idea. I've never
Yeah.
been Asian
I've
there,
never
but-
been to
Tennessee is
Nashville,
definitely-
Tennessee.
Yeah, but for me, that's dope.
You
And
did.
I
You
just-
show me
yeah.
that, yeah.
It's
Which
funny.
I she kid face on there with the firefighter gear.
You
And
are
it's funny
saying
because the guy
Shang-Chi.
that took the picture, is from my fire department that retired, and you know, it's just kind of funny because it's like in the picture there's a white guy walking past, and I'm just like staring at him in the picture, but it's kind of dope.
But that's dope, man. Because honestly, like,
Yeah, we need our Asian faces
yes,
up in
everywhere.
Yeah.
And especially
so.
Tennessee, especially like if it was like K-Town, I'm like, all right, cool. You know, like one
Yeah.
of the many, you know. But you represent by Carhartt. I'll be honest, I never heard of Carhartt until you represent the
yeah,
brand.
I remember.
Yeah, I was like, what's a Carhartt? I thought it was like a car or something, right?
You actually said it correctly, so it's great.
Yeah.
And he brought his mic to his face.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah,
proud of
that's
you.
great.
Dude,
Yes.
you are.
I'm making a step now,
You
right?
are.
But dude, Young, thank you so much
Yeah.
No
for
problem.
coming through.
Thank you for having
People
me.
want to
This-
find
this
you
was
on
fun.
Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
Breezy 3 Stacks.
Breezy3Stacks.
Yeah, Breezy the number 3 Stacks.
Okay.
Not
If you guys
stocks,
want to follow
stacks.
Young, find him on Instagram, Breezy3Stacks. So thank you for coming through,
Also,
guys.
before we cut off, do you have any special
Oh, yeah.
shout-outs?
Oh man. My parents, my brother, my family, you, my girlfriend, my dog, all my friends. My friends do a lot of dope shit at home. Like my friend does hair cutting. Need your eyebrows. If you're in Virginia, I got people for you. So just if you come to Virginia,
We're going to
hit
do a
me
show
up.
there eventually.
Yeah.
We'll go there.
Hit
We'll go
me up.
there.
And
When we
find
have
you
some
on your
budget.
IG, and then you represent all of them, so that you can find
And
those people.
y'all gotta come when it's the winter time, so you know what it feels like to be cold.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, man.
No,
You
yeah,
got it.
we'll definitely try to make it out there during fall, maybe,
Actually, come
Winter is
during
coming.
either
Fall
fall
or spring.
or during the cherry blossoms.
Oh,
which is
cherry bomb,
springtime, right?
Yes.
Springtime? Which is what, like March, April, or
March,
February?
like mid-March to April.
Okay, yeah, we'll be out there. We'll try.
So
We'll
when
get a
is
budget.
winter coming? Because I've been watching Game of Thrones again.
Well, it's actually really hot. So when my family was here for the weekend, they thought it was gonna be hotter in California because it's sunny, but it's like 91 degrees and humid in Virginia right now. So
Not the summer then. We're not gonna go. So,
Yeah, no, we're
That
good.
humid is
Summer sucks.
ridiculous.
All right.
but dude, Youngin, Young
Young Jin's my
Young
name.
Jin, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
Young
Young
Jin.
Jin's my name. Yeah.
Dude, thank you for coming through. Appreciate
you.
you, man.
We're so happy to have
Thank you for
here.
showing us
Thank you.
another side of Sung too.
Yeah.
The what Sung? The buff side of Sung.
Next time, one day, hopefully, you'll have me and my cousin Will, because we bash on him all the time.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
We have
We'll do it.
Sunglish, so that was our way of doing that. Just kidding.
Well, all right, guys.
Well, thank
peace
you,
out.
man.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for being here.
Welcome. Thank you.
All right. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. You can find us on Conversations_pod at YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time.